Global trade compliance audits. They're pretty darn important, and Joe here from Vigilant is going to tell us why.
Oh, good morning. Yeah, it's auditing in your program is essential to having a good compliant program. From a Customs and Border Protection side, they produce all these informed compliance brochures and documents. And the idea is the government tells you what you need to do to be compliant, and it's up to you to implement those measures. So these are all for various informed compliance. The thing is that how do you know if what you've implemented is good unless you measure it? One of the things I've said for years, you can't fix what you don't measure. So you don't know you've got a problem in your compliance program until you've done audits on your program. An example is USMCA. You claimed USMCA, but can you find a certificate that supports that on that entry? If not, you could run into potential problems should the government start asking. If you audit, then there's not a problem. Your classifications on your entries, if they're not the same, then you run into problems. If you record it one way in your system and a broker used a different classification, you could be held accountable for that. Same thing exists on the export side, is that when you start declaring different values on your exports than what you hold it in inventory, you've got to be able to substantiate that sales document. You charged a customer $1 for it, then you've got that sales contract or that invoice there that says it's $1. You can't invoice at a different value than what you physically pay. That's why audits become so important, and you need to take the time to audit your program and make sure that your documents are compliant and you understand what's going on. One of the nice things about that is Vigilant, that's one of the things that we do, is we will take your entries or your export document, we'll validate the information to your requirements on each one of those documents. So you have that proof that you've done those audits, and that audit data becomes part of your compliance program. So you need help auditing your program, Vigilant can step in and help you with that.
Yeah, and it's always good to have like a second set of eyes on something. And Joe, I know you guys have a lot of experience doing this, so they can keep everything you're doing. Just make sure everything is just as it should be. An audit. Who would have thought it, huh? Joe, thanks so much, and thank you for watching.